Another note, I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today.
Do you think Trump's health condition is really as transparent as it is being portrayed? Write your comments.
In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function. No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified.
Do you trust Trump's health report, or do you think there might be something hidden? Write your thoughts. If you want to show your support for more content like this, simply like it and subscribe.
Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen. This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here.
I have a quick request. If you've watched the video up to this point, you can contribute by clicking the like button. You can subscribe to stay informed about future videos.
Thank you, Caroline. There's been a lot of discussion about the Epstein files and the president's comments yesterday calling it a hoax. Can you clarify which part of the Epstein hoax is the hoax part?
The president is referring to the fact that Democrats have now seized on this as if they ever wanted transparency when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, which is an asinine suggestion for any Democrat to make. The Democrats had control of this building, the White House, for 4 years, and they didn't do a dang thing when it came to transparency in regards to Jeffrey Epstein and his heinous crimes. It was this president who directed the Department of Justice and the Attorney General to do an exhaustive review of all files related to Jeffrey Epstein, which they did.
Do you think Trump really wanted to fully disclose the Epstein files? Write your thoughts in the comments.
Elizabeth.
Caroline, one more.
Elizabeth,
will the president consider pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell if the Epstein case is a hoax?
Okay, I'll start off and move on from this story, but you do have some prominent figures, including the Senate Majority Leader, the House Speaker, voicing support for the files to come out. Representative Massey collecting signatures that would force a discharge petition for a vote on the floor for this. It doesn't seem to be going away. What is stopping the administration from just redacting any sensitive information, grand jury information, and putting out what is appropriate so that the American people can decide and then let this story die?
Well, in terms of redactions or grand jury seals, those are questions for the Department of Justice. Those are also questions for the judges who have that information under a seal, and that would have to be requested, and a judge would have to approve it. That's out of the president's control. He has said, in agreement with some of the leaders on Capitol Hill, that if the Attorney General and the Department of Justice come across any other credible evidence, they should provide that to the American people. The president has said that, and he agrees with them on that.
Do you think the Epstein documents should be made fully public? Why?
Fire Maureen Comey.
The Department of Justice did, and I would defer you to them. Dasha.
Has the White House been directly in touch?
From California, he's teamed up with a Republican colleague in the House to try and force a vote on whether the Trump administration should publicly release all the files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, this is such an interesting development around all of this. You've been working with Thomas Massey on this bill. You had put forward the amendment, which didn't move forward. What does this bill actually do? What would it compel them to release?
So it does two things. First, it forces a vote on the House floor. The Speaker doesn't want to have a vote. This would force a vote if 218 members sign it. And second, it would compel the release of all Epstein files while making it explicitly clear that victims are protected and no child pornography gets released, but all of the evidence and if there's a client list that gets out.
Dear viewer, if you found the video useful, you can help it reach more people by liking it. You can subscribe to stay informed about future videos.
Look friends, here again with the Trump administration's transparency theater. They say the president's leg is swollen, there is bruising on his hand. They've scanned him with an army of doctors, from Doppler to echo, blood test to heart ultrasound. No blockages, heart is fine. He's taking aspirin. Well, okay, but you're showing all these checkups in the public's face. Yet when it comes to the Epstein files, suddenly it's all shrouded in secrecy. Come on, be honest. What does the president's bruised hand have to do with us? What the public really wants to know is who's on the Epstein list. Write your thoughts in the comments. What do you think this list is so terrifying to them? Let's refresh our memories. Remember this guy Trump? We are talking about hang out with Epstein at the same high society parties for years. Then one day, when Epstein was arrested, he went into I didn't really know him mode. Of course, for our people, the best friend is the one who doesn't disgrace them. Now they are out there saying Epstein hoax. What's a hoax? Who's lying? Who's hiding? What? Plus, you sat in the White House for 4 years without a peep about the file, and now you're giving speeches about transparency. For heaven's sake, what sane person would believe that? Do you believe it? Raise your hand in the comments. Look, the issue is not just about hiding a dirty list. This is a disease of power. The same administration that releases its own medical reports minute by minute is hiding the public's dirtiest secrets from the people. And they have the nerve to say the judge will decide. Who are you? Has democracy been reduced to the mercy of a judge? Then why do a few brave souls like Messi have to collect signatures? Friends, this isn't just about the Epstein case. This is a mirror reflecting who truly stands on whose side. Don't forget, the fear of exposure reveals how dirty the truth really is. Now tell me, do we truly want a transparent administration, or will we once again be fed the same empty promises? Thank you for watching videos.